Hello everyone, it's Valerie from Stampin' with Valerie. I hope you are all having a great night. I feel like my video's looking a little bit dark. Let me see if I can brighten it up a bit. Nope, just made it worse. Okay, we will leave it just like that. So hopefully it's not too dark. Hopefully you can see everything. I appreciate you all being here. Today is One Card Wonder Wednesday and I'm doing a Christmas in July today. So I am going to be doing a fun card using the Christmas Means More stamp set, which I really, really love. And I love it because it's got movie quotes on it. It has, I believe, it's silly, but I believe. It has every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more. And the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. And it has the little bells and the holly and the berries. And along with this today, I am going to be using the Trimming the Town Designer Series paper. I think I've shown this to you when I did my video where I opened everything up, but I'm going to show you real quick again. Look at how fantastic this paper is. It's like my favorite this year, I think, for the Designer Series paper. It's got all these little houses. It's got the snowflakes, the little red squiggles, the sheet with just all the people. Look at how many people are on that page. Like, there are so many. It's fantastic. I love it. The green and white stripe, the trees with the pool party background, the red with white polka dots, wreaths, lots of fun Christmas words in all different languages, these houses, and the blue and white stripes. So I just wanted to show you that real quick because it's fantastic paper. Hi Ingrid, hi Lois, and hi Linda. How are all of you? I appreciate you joining. So I am going to grab the card that I made yesterday and show it to you all. Isn't this adorable? This is what we're gonna make today. So I was really excited making that card because it had a lot of little elements and it was fun to make. I'm gonna hold it up a little bit closer to the camera. I moved my camera just a little bit because I wanted you to be able to see the full sheet of the Designer Series paper, but I did a lot of fussy cutting for this little card because I didn't buy the stamp set or the dies. I just bought the Designer Series paper because I know with the dies you can cut out some of the little houses, and some of the houses that you stamp you can cut out, and I believe it has dies for the trees as well, which obviously I didn't have those, so I did some fussy cutting, but that's okay. You know I like to do that. I'm going to get all my little supplies out here and we will get started. Let me see what all I have going on. I have a lot of Whisper White because we're going to use that for our snow. This is going to be the top portion of our card. I've got that cut already. Grab some more snow here because we got 3 layers of snow. And I already have a little house cut out. This time it's red. We need to cut out one more tree, but I have 2 of them cut out. Let me find my... I found them actually on the floor today, so I'm glad I found them before we started. I've already got 2 of my little trees cut out, and because it takes a long time, I already cut out the little people. Now, obviously, this is a little nuts, right? But it's fun, and I enjoyed it. So I think it makes the card look really cute when you've got all those little people on there. You can see how I kind of dipsy-doodled around the rows. And I've even got a couple of little individual families left after I did that. So I'm sure I'll be making some more cards like this because it's just too much fun. All right, so the first thing we will start with, I'm just gonna set these aside and we're going to get the background of our card going because we gotta let this dry a little bit once we get the glitter on there. Hi Christine, how are you? So get your card folded first. And the first thing I did was added this piece of Designer Series paper on there. Now you can use your glue or your Stampin' Seal or snail adhesive, whatever you have. I'm like turning everything while I'm doing this. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Stampin' Seal. Hi Donna, how are you? Thank you for joining. So first thing, like I said, is just get those trees on there. Now the second thing is I have 3 layers of Whisper White. These are all going to be snow. So what we're gonna do is we're just going to rip them and kind of make little snow hills. out of them. And you just have to make sure this first layer covers over the bottom of this DSP just so it's over it a little bit. And then the other 2 layers we'll just be adding on some extra snow. And they don't have to be perfect. You can make them with big hills, small hills, however you want to do it. I'm going to keep ripping that little piece right there so it's not sticking up. Then we're going to add some glitter. Now, we no longer sell glitter in the catalog, which I'm really bummed about that. There's no glitter in this year's catalog. So I'm going to use some glitter from last year, and this is the Dazzling Diamonds glitter. But if you have a different glitter, use whatever glitter you have. You could even use silver, or that's why it's stuck to the bottom of the little, I was like, why is this not coming out? I literally just used it, and I know it's not empty yet. So I'm just gonna get these all stuck on first, then we're gonna add our glitter. Otherwise we would have a glittery mess everywhere. And you know me, I get the adhesive stuck to myself anyway, so just wait to see what I do with the glitter. It's gonna be interesting. So how many of you were disappointed that there was no new glitters in the catalog this year? Oh my goodness, this adhesive is gonna make me crazy tonight just because I'm trying to get these little layers on and get this glue dried. I really was bummed because usually we have Dazzling Diamonds, and like last year we had like an iridescent ice. So they give us something a little bit different every year to go along with, you know, our Dazzling Diamonds. Okay, so what I did with the second layer is I put it up just a little bit higher than the bottom of the first layer, and then the bottom layer will go all the way down. And for the bottom layer, you don't need as much as adhesive, obviously, just because it's a tinier piece. So I didn't even do any on the sides. I just kind of did along the bottom and then kind of do it around the top a little bit. And then get that on there. Now we're going to use some Tombow glue, and I'm just going to use a paintbrush. And the only, where I'm going to put the glitter, I say the only place I'm going to put the glitter because, you know, that's a lie. There's going to be glitter somewhere else. It's not just going to land where I want it. Is just on the ripped parts of the paper. So I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of glue onto the paintbrush and just kind of brush it across the top of that Whisper White paper where I ripped it. And if I've got wider rips like I do on this second layer, it's going to have a little bit more glitter, a little bit more sparkle. Never hurt anyone. And if you get a little bit on the side on your red cardstock, that's no big deal, because I just got glue over there, so there's going to be a little bit of glitter, like I said. Not where I planned on it being, but on the card a little bit, and that's okay. And we all know how to use glitter. We're just going to sprinkle it on and tap all the excess off. And as you can see, I even have a little bit of glue on the sides over here. So what I did with that extra is I just kind of get it off with my Take Your Pick tool, just so I don't have rows of it. Now over here it's not as bad, just right there on this side. All right, and then we'll just set that aside to dry a little bit because we don't want that everywhere. Now let's see if I can get the glitter back into the container fairly easy. Yay! I don't give myself enough credit because sometimes, you know, I do things right. All right, so we'll just set that aside and we'll grab a piece of vellum because we're going to, I thought I cut one out. I'm gonna have to grab my Big Shot because I don't even have a vellum circle here, the stitch circle. All right, let me grab my Big Shot and my stitch circle dies. and there that goes. Okay, so I used the stitched framelits, and they work fantastic for this because you've got the different sizes. You could do squares, circles, you know, whatever you want. I did circles, and I did the second largest circle for this. So I'm just going to quickly run it through the Big Shot. I'm not going to put it on camera because you've all seen this, and because I have everything laying there right now. And here today I have been playing around with so many stamp sets thinking I've got everything ready for tonight. I don't even have to get anything ready. Well, apparently I didn't cut the second circle that we needed for tonight, so I really did have stuff to get ready. So we are going to stamp directly onto that. And now you know it takes a little while to dry, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the heat tool out, and we're going to use the heat tool on it. Now this is Night of Navy ink, and it goes great with this paper. There's a lot of Night of Navy in the paper, so that's why I use it. Just going to hold it down with my Take Your Pick tool, and you don't have to have it on the highest heat. You can leave it on the lowest, because sometimes when you heat the vellum will curl up a little bit. You can even burn it. But we just want the ink to be dry is basically our goal here. We're not melting any embossing powder or anything like that, so it doesn't have to be super hot. And now if it starts to curl, I flip it over and just do the other side. And it'll kind of make it go back to the shape it was originally if it's kind of curling up anywhere. It's almost dry. There's just a couple of spots I can see, and I don't want to get it, smudge it. All right, I think I got it. Now there is a trick with vellum, and I think I've shown you before, but I'm going to show you again because I want to take this vellum circle and stick it to another circle, a Whisper White circle, again, which apparently I don't have. I'm going to go grab a punch. We're going to punch that out. And then we're going to glue that vellum circle directly on there. I think I need to get myself a microphone so I can walk away and still talk, and you all are not left in silence. So that's just a 2-inch circle. And what I want is I want to glue this directly onto there, but I don't want to use glue dots. I don't want to use dimensionals because I don't want the adhesive to show. So what I'm going to use, I'm going to bring that piece of paper back. I'm going to fold it in half because it's kind of glittery. I'm going to take this Whisper White circle, sponge dauber, and our glue. And I'm just going to put some glue directly on that circle. Just going to hold it down with my Take Your Pick tool because I want to get the glue on the entire circle, not on my fingers. So just kind of spread it around. And it's already starting to dry, so I got to put a little more on there because half of it soaked into the sponge. All right, just get it spread around on there really good. And then you can take your other vellum circle and just stick it right on top. You've got enough. It's still wet enough. You can move it just a little bit. And then just set a block on it so it dries. So I'm just going to set the block on it. Now this, all you have to do is wash it with some warm soapy water and it'll take the glue right out. Otherwise this will get a little stiff, obviously because once the glue dries, it hardens and you'll have a little bit of a mess. So the next thing we'll do is get this cut out. How many of you fussy cut when you make cards? I mean, I know I've seen Ingrid do it on her videos. I know obviously you've seen me do it a lot. I do it quite often. It doesn't intimidate me at all. And these trees are super easy because you've got little mostly straight lines, Same with that house. It was super easy to die cut out. But now that I've played with the paper, I feel like I have to buy the entire suite. I feel like, okay, I should have known better. I should have just bought it all at once. And I thought, no, I'm just going to buy the paper. I'll be all right. I don't need the other things. I don't need the stamps. The stamp set in the Trimming the Town suite is super cute. It's got the trees. It's got a little car, like a little VW Bug, like that type of shaped car. It has the houses. It's just adorable. Now, it doesn't have any sentiments in it, which sometimes I kind of like, because then I can use sentiments from other stamp sets like I'm using today. All right. Ta-da! I think we're done. I'm going to leave the block on it just until we're completely ready. All of these pieces are just going to get some dimensionals on the back. So I'm just going to put some dimensionals on the back of all of these. And now I feel like this stamp set is going to be extremely popular because it has the little movie quotes in it. Because how many times have you heard the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear, and immediately you think Elf. And it's such a fun Christmas movie. I'm looking for my dimensionals and they're literally right in front of me. Losing my mind, losing my mind. It's kind of my theme song lately, I think. I don't know about you, but there are days when I'm just like, I really hope everyone else is as forgetful as I am, because if not, I am going to be senile before I'm 60. And I really don't want that. All right, for the top of the smallest tree, I'm just going to use a half a dimensional. Half of a mini dimensional even, so it's super tiny. And then for the people, all you got to do is just find the places where the spots are the largest and then just put dimensionals there. I didn't put dimensionals on every little section, just enough to keep it on there. And since I've got a half of one already cut, we'll put one there. You can just use the regular size dimensionals for the house, obviously, because it's bigger. And it doesn't really need 5 of these, but I'm going to put 5 of them on there just to make sure it doesn't sag in the middle. All right, here's a poll. How many of you have been watching Hallmark Christmas movies this week? I have to raise my hand and say yes, because I have been. I mean, I'll admit it. I'm a Hallmark Christmas movie junkie. I don't watch a lot of their other movies, but I really do love the Christmas movies, and I think it is because they are predictable, they're always happy, and it makes me want to live in a Hallmark-esque town, so to speak. I know that's sad, but I'm woman enough to admit that. So how many of you have been watching them? Now let's be honest. Just give me a smiley face. Give me, you know, whatever. Ingrid. Okay, yay. I'm not the only one, Ingrid. Yay. Ingrid loves Hallmark too. And I feel like, and, you know, the sad thing, it's not really sad, but I was telling a friend the other day, I said, you know, the thing is, I watch other stuff too. Like, I watch, you know, things that are not Hallmarky, if that's how you want to put it. I watch stuff on HBO and Stars and Showtime and Cinemax and, you know, things that, series that aren't, you know, all fluff and everything's wonderful and everyone's lovely. I watch that stuff too. I have a very large range of what I watch for TV shows. But there are times, especially like during Christmas for sure, but even right now. It's kind of fun that they've got the Christmas shows going on right now. It's a nice little distraction from everything else that's happening in the world, and I just think they're great. Ingrid, I'm reading your thing. Yes, what you love about Hallmark is they take place in small towns. Yes, exactly. I love that little small town feeling. Everybody knows everybody. But what I love about the Hallmark movies is everybody's nice. Most everybody's nice. Not everybody. There's always got to be a little. But it's never anyone who's malicious. Let's put it that way. There's no malicious people in Hallmark movies. All right, look at the group of people. Yay! Singing outside the house. Although, actually, none of these people on that paper are singing. They're passing gifts, just holding hands, holding gifts, hugging. I mean, I guess they could be singing at the same time, but it doesn't look like they're singing, but I'm going to pretend they are singing, like they're caroling outside this house. All right, we're going to add some of these super adorable adhesive backed sequins. Now, these are fantastic because you got one sheet that's a white iridescent and the other sheet are a clear iridescent, so they add sparkle in a little bit different ways, each of them. And they're already self-adhesive, so you don't have to worry about adding glue. You can just stick them right on your card. I think they're great. I love them. And then I'm going to add a little star to one of our trees from these All the Trimmings embellishments. Kind of have a couple snowflakes on our house, right? We'll grab a star out of here. Now these are little resin, so they have a little bit of dimension to them. They're a little thicker than the sequins, but I just love them. They're perfect. Now I don't want to use them all on 2 cards, so I gotta just ration them to 1 per card. I cut stacks of Whisper White paper today for the inside of cards. So we'll add a little piece of Whisper White on the inside, and then we'll be done. And I'm already debating if I want to do another Christmas in July next week, because I'm having so much fun playing with these Christmas sets. By the time Christmas rolls around, I'm gonna be like, all right. But I feel like this is gonna sound kind of self-centered, but the more Christmas cards I do to show you all, the more Christmas cards I have ready to mail out at Christmas. Am I right? That's kind of how I look at it. So I really love making these cards, and they turned out so cute. And it doesn't even make a difference to me which house is on there. I think both colors look really cute. I want to tell you all about Paper Party Palooza. This is something that I have coming up with a couple of other demonstrator friends, and I've put all of the information on my site, so if you have any questions, just please message me. I'm just going to give you a brief description. It is basically you're getting 1/4 of a pack of every designer series paper and the specialty designer series paper from the Holiday Mini Catalog. So it's a fantastic little way to get some of the paper without having to buy all of them, like full packs of each. And let me see, Linda said, oh, that's a good idea. I can put one of my little leftover people on the inside of the cards. Great idea. Yay. All right. Love that, Linda. I'm going to do that. So if you want to join Paper Party Palooza, contact me. Oh, shoot. I forgot my little strip of paper on the inside of the new one. I'm going to have to do that. So we'll add a person to this one, and then when we're off camera, I will add my paper strip on the inside of the other one. I'm just going to put a couple little dots of glue on here because they are not going to need a lot. Just spread that around a little bit with the tip of the glue. They're so tiny that I'm afraid I'm going to just stick them to my hands. Ah, perfect idea, Linda. I love it. Yay. All right. that is a 1/2 inch strip of paper, which I had already cut 5.5 by 1/2 for that. So I'm gonna add that to the inside of my other card as well. But thank you for joining me. I truly appreciate it. If you want to join Paper Party Palooza, go ahead and check that out. It's already posted. And I am so happy you came to visit tonight. I finally got my paper pumpkin. It came today. Yay. So tomorrow I will do a video with paper pumpkin, probably sometime during the day. So I hope to see you tomorrow, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.